There we go, I'm back. Welcome to, well, you probably already seen the description. You may be wondering why I decided to go with this as opposed to Crossworlds, especially since I was, I ended up caving in and buying it anyway at 70 US dollar dues, because I have the integrity of the wet paper bag. Mostly just, I'll get into it a little bit later, but what if you don't want to spend $70 to get Sonic kart racing game? What if there was an alternative? A cheaper alternative? It's just as good, isn't it? Let's find out together. Assuming it eventually loads up. I wanted to start off on the black screen mostly so we could then see the intro, which everybody makes a big deal about. Or at least did back when this game came out. The only time when this game was relevant. Sumo Digital. The big question is, did they actually make a better kart racing game than Cash for Chaos Pro? Yeah, this obviously was what I'm just gonna dub the last gasp of the so-called meta era before the great content drought of 2019 to 2022, leading into the corporate era. And of course, starting this whole thing off, we have the last Crush 40 soundtrack we're ever going to hear in a Sonic game, so brave it in, drink it in, because this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm not gonna hear Johnny anymore because of legal reasons, probably. Because from what I recall, there's basically no Crush 40 music in Crossworlds at all, which is kind of bonkers when you think about it. It's like no Open Your Heart, no Heroes music, no Live and Learn, obviously. Rest in pieces. Yeah, the music generally is something a little bit more interesting to talk about because, aside from the fact that this may take place in either Spagonia or London, there isn't really much to really talk about this game, aside from the fact, of course, that this is one of the perfect examples of a Sonic game which is released with terrible timing. Went out with a whimper. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Obviously, it won't be missed. But yeah, obviously, this game. Funny story, actually, before we properly get started. Powered by boys. Yeah, that Knuckles just looks super off. Just, he has no eyebrows. In any case, the main thing that I know about this game, or at least my biggest memory of it before now, this is my first time actually playing through, at the very least, the adventure portion of it, was actually seeing a trailer for it in the commercials leading up to the first Sonic movie. It's like, oh no, we don't have a game out in order to capitalize on this movie that's come out because we can't make video games. Just, I don't know, put a Team Sonic Racing trailer in there and hopefully that'll sell stuff, but even then, my first thought was just, wow, this game really fell off the face of the earth and just disappeared under the shadow of Crash Team Racing, a mascot kart racer which people were actually excited about. Which then, of course, died a painful death via its live service and subsequently disappeared under the shadow of Mario Kart 8. The supposedly ultimate kart racer even nowadays. Anyways, enough fooling around.
Hi, Sonic. I'll watch how Big and I are having a picnic.
Oh, getting right into it, are we? Yeah, it's kind of weird that you haven't invited Cream along for this picnic, but I guess she doesn't exist in this game.
A race? We didn't get any invitations.
Not sure you'd be interested in races. Oh. we're already getting right into it, huh? With obvious production value, as we see here. Just the classic PNG approach to cutscenes and text boxes.
This is Sonic's middle name. But what's this race all about? Your invitation was skinny on
Oh yes, this is just like what happened in Sonic R. I asked details. Please don't read the contract at all. You don't need to. We're definitely not going to sell your organs once you're dead. Okay, he's basically just roping everybody in as test subjects.
Limited intellectual capacities, crack. All this super science and punishing track talk sounds suspiciously Eggman-esque.
Oh yeah, Amy doesn't have it.
I just met this guy and I already don't trust him.
Yeah, Amy doesn't have a personality in it. Oh,
The whole thing's a little sketchy, but Doran's got me curious. I really
of
wanna
course,
check out this
curious.
race with supercars.
Because otherwise we'd have no story.
Come on, you know you'll all be safe as long as I'm around.
Because I'm the only character that matters at this point in the series.
Choice, Blue Hedgehog. Join me in my spaceship, and we'll go to Planet Wisp, where the first race awaits.
Ah yes, good old Planet Wisp. The only thing salvageable from this era of Sonic, of course, being colors. Which even then, not 100% certain it was all that great. I'll probably have to look into it a little bit later. Ah yes, Omochao here obviously filling in for Cream.
Now that Team Rose is gone, Team Sonic will have somebody good to race.
Oh good. Somebody good, you say. Oh, and that's a cool PNG of a rocket. Okay, here we are with, oh look, it's just like Mario. You remember this, right? Okay, finished soft reflexes. Finish it first. Let's just begin the Ross. Time to acquire drivers. It's like, we have the tracks, we have the vehicles, we need drivers. Yeah, we'll just go normal for the time being, and, oh yeah, I did admittedly spend a little bit of time prior to going for this, just doing the Grand Prix and unlocking a fair bit of the customization options. A fair few. We're just going to be playing as Sonic, because I don't think there's any reason in the single-player modes to not just play the speed-type characters. Could be wrong. Loadout. Oh yeah, you can also just do custom colors. Like, you can have it just look like it's made out of plastic. I do quite like this one, though. This is my preferred. Alright, enough messing around, let's roll. Yep, we can... This really is just like post-2010's Green Hill Zone. You know, except for actual Green Hill Zone, which appears everywhere. In fact, I'm kind of surprised it wasn't in this game.
Something about this Tanuki I just don't trust.
I guess use credits in a gotcha system, because that's what... I'm definitely glad that they dropped this for Crossworlds, but at the same time I kind of wish that stuff was less expensive. I'm probably going to be comparing this a lot to Crossworlds. I'm going to be frank. Mostly because I've been playing a fair bit of it. Yeah, here we have was it Archimedes Prowan? Amadeus, there we go. Amadeus Jr. and Locke Jr. Okay, now I just have to remember how to play the game. Oh yes, hold to drift. This is so exciting. And here I was just thinking, oh boy. I sure do love the fact that in Crossworlds they never shut up, but... I kind of feel that with regards to a lot of the dialogue in Crossworlds, it's a little bit more merciful in comparison. As opposed to here when nobody shuts up. There we go, just have to get used to the controls again. I'm sure it's fine. Hard to miss. Definitely love it. And for some reason they all just have ready-made balloons of Sonic and Shadow, the only two characters that seemingly matter at this point in the franchise. And even then, I don't think at this point they really knew why Shadow was popular. How's the week been? Definitely could have been a lot worse. Also, yeah, obviously Reach for the Stars, because everybody really seemed to like Sonic Colors for some reason, and that was... It has to be for pretty much everything except the fact that the game itself was competently made compared to everything which had come out post-2006. I mean, I say that. Rush Adventure. It's gonna be interesting going back and playing that one. Just, questioning the choice of why they went with all the boats. Just... I can't help but notice that I'm just talking about a lot of things aside from this game. You know what? Let's just carry on here. A more funny, Japan trivia where, again... As you've probably heard from a lot of Sonic content creators, there wasn't really much Sonic presence at all, really, in Japan. It's outside of one pop-up shop I saw in Shibuya. Where obviously they were just shilling Crossworlds and putting in a whole bunch of Shadow merch. So exciting. Good graphics for the... I mean, with a game like this, it's not exactly difficult, though, is it? Look at all this stuff. How much is... Okay, that was a decent amount of credits, I think, considering it's 10 a pop. Anyways, yeah, we basically just dominated Team Rose. Love it. Suck on that, Amelia from HR.
Of course, some of you did better.
Like, oh yes, some hedgehogs are more equal than others. Ah yes. The whole joke here is just being super dubious with everything he says.
Eggman laugh.
Anyways, enough about that. Oh hey! It's not Planet Wisp, it's Seaside Hill. Which is just, okay, perform a team okay. It's basically just, Seaside Hill again, which is basically just
Something about this whole setup smells
Dreamcast-era Green Hill.
kind of person appears out of nowhere and has a bunch of strangers compete in a crazy, dangerous
I don't know, Amy, this seems a lot more tame compared to that whole thing I was in with Banjo.
All the makings of an Eggman plot. These super sophisticated vehicles, this
That result screen was black. Yeah, it's a recurring element of this game, just bland. Oh yeah, and they make a big deal about Big here because he's a meme, and this is the I can't believe that they actually made a proper Big the Cat song to promote this game with the Chin Man Egoraptor. It just seems so alien compared to nowadays, where we don't necessarily have that sort of self-deprecation at the forefront of the series. Now it's just nostalgia pandering and references. Oh yeah, the Jade Ghost, the one ghost, the one wisp they added just so that they had something new they could put on the box for Colors Ultimate.
My car will look pretty with the mods, trap or no trap.
It's like, oh boy, looks like Amy's actually trying out the game features. Unlike I don't really like that Knuckles model. Just something about it just seems off. Like, I think it's the eyes. It just looks so dead behind the eyes. Anyways, we're away. Yeah, it feels as though the real team mechanic here is like the only thing added to like add any sense of flavor to this, because otherwise I get this. Ah, thank you. Otherwise I get the sense that there's no real reason to play this instead of, at the very least, All-Stars Racing transformed, which, so I've heard at the very least, supposedly the best Sonic kart racer still. And so I've heard. I haven't actually had the opportunity to play around with it, mostly because I've heard a lot of not so good things about the Steam ports. I don't know why, it's just that some particular era. There was just a whole bunch of games which I just figured, oh, that seemed pretty cool, but yet never did. It's like, we have All-Stars Racing Transformed, we have Gates to Infinity, that was another one. Fairly certain there's a few more. Oh, there we go, Team Ultimate. Because obviously we need to do it for the challenge, yes. Riveting stuff. I will admit at the very least, one thing which I thought this game would have going for it over Crossworlds is the music. Just because I am sort of one of those folks who really doesn't like a lot of the EDM stuff, which the Crossworlds soundtrack seems to be obsessed with. Obviously, someone who grew up more sort of in the early 2000s and more just sort of a 90s pop and 2000s boot rock enthusiast when it comes to my Sonic music. I'm a little bit basic in that regard. Yay, we win! Except for poor Knuckles there, just hanging out in the back. Can't help but feel sorry for the poor man. Somebody help this poor man.
That was awesome! As much as I like to run, it was really fun to drive this thing.
Yeah, because running is the only thing I'm known for, right? This is the same thing you're known for fishing, Big.
Knows how to put on a great race, but there's still something about all this that doesn't add up.
Yeah, Knuckles just...
I agree. This level of technology...
I don't know, Knuckles, once again, just like in 06, just feels like he's here to help press the plot along without really adding anything.
Is he testing the limits of his car?
It's just like he's here because, oh, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are known to be a trio.
Either, neither, both. Who can say?
Oh yes, I'm totally going to act super dubious for no apparent reason.
Are you ready for the next match?
The testing will continue till morale improves. Okay, so ooh, what have we got here with this fancy schmancy key? Okay, so we have Daredevil, Grand Prix. Let's try a Daredevil. I think for the Daredevil ones, I think I want to be going in with Knuckles. I think. I don't actually remember what these Daredevil missions are about. Okay, Stims, get close to more points. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, let's see how badly I do at this. Oh yeah, and this is also the time when they figured, oh, let's just make Knuckles super dumb, because that's endearing, even though we already have Big for that. Just, I'm gonna be that guy, and just me personally, I still tend to feel that the Chaotix was sort of the pinnacle of Sonic comedy. I mean, obviously there's Sonic X, which is just like the only thing they're really known for, but even so. That was like the funniest stuff I've ever seen in a Sonic game, by comparison. Let's... Oh. Okay, so you can't actually hit into things, okay. I'm about to die. Okay, let's see how bad I did. Well, look at that, just a bronze medal. It's like you may as well have not even tried. Okay, I'm just going to bypass that real quick, and maybe I'll come back to that at some point, but for now I'm just gonna go into... We're here for the story. That's the most important thing. We're here for the story. What there is of it.
Don's tech is amazing! I've never seen anything like my car. It's so fast, it's scary!
There appear to be 3 types of cars, Amy.
Oh yes, he's here to explain... Good old Omochao. Here to explain absolutely everything.
Easily smash through things.
Just like Big!
Yes. How very observant.
I'm driving a technique car that has improved handling and can attract rings for collection.
Oh, Omochao, you're the master of exposition.
Oh boy, I sure do love all this stuff in the script.
Ideal, isn't it?
Because I'm gonna be brutally honest, I know that it hasn't gotten that bad yet, but it's like... I tend to clown on Flynn a lot, with a lot of how hollow his writing is, and especially with all the references he spouts out. Anyone who legitimately thinks that Pontac and Graf did better writing for this series than Flynn at the very least, I was gonna say they should be shot, but I don't think that's exactly in good taste. I'm gonna, you know, just I'm just gonna amend that they should be shot in Minecraft with Nerf bullets. Just a whole bunch of Nerf dots straight to the head. That should sort them out. Yep. I will admit the... Oh. Thanks once again, game. Once again, the controls are kind of messing me up compared to Crossworlds. I should probably switch the controls in Crossworlds to be something a little bit more compared to what I'm used to. Just going off of the triggers. Because this, control-wise, at the very least, it's, it feels fine. You know, just messing around with the triggers, it's kind of fun, in a just sort of basic mechanical skill level. It's like here, of course, with Tails, because he's the smart one. It's like, oh, we have to just have him say all the big words, because that means he's a smart one. That's definitely what makes an endearing character, right? Oh, so yeah, here we have the main gimmick. A lot of the team stuff, where you can just drive along behind your teammates and get a massive speed boost. Or, you know, just run them into walls and completely screw yourself over. Again, I really get the sense that, at the very least when it comes to these sorts of races, there isn't really much reason not to, just be playing as the speed-type characters. May just be me, though. It's like I barely even did anything, I'm still in first. Yay, we win. You know what, after this I'm gonna probably try out the gotcha mechanic. We'll see how that turns out. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, I forgot we're doing a Grand Prix. Dialogue so far has been very monotonous. I'm actually begging the story to go somewhere interesting. I will admit I have the volume down, so I haven't heard most of the actual dialogue, but... it's another thing that I do kind of find funny. It's just... Sonic games have good voice direction challenge, impossible. I'm trying to think of Sonic games that actually have had good voice direction. The only ones that necessarily come to mind off the top of my head are Unleashed and Black Knight. Maybe Secret Rings as well. You know, it's kind of funny now that I think about it. It's just a lot of people really used to clown on the 4Kids voice cast back in the day, admittedly myself included, but in terms of the actual voice direction, outside of the obvious outliers of stuff like 06, a lot of the voice direction wasn't actually that bad. At least in comparison to well, everything else we got. I mean, I get the sort of sense that, especially with the adventure games, at least up until Heroes, maybe even including Heroes, that, I mean, obviously, the actual voice director didn't speak English for adventures, so there is that. It's more just, I still see it as one of those more sort of so bad it's good sort of things. Almost like the voice acting in the first Resident Evil game, except more sort of iconic in a cheesy good kind of way, as opposed to being so hilariously bad. If that makes sense. I mean, obviously I'd still say the voice acting in Sonic Adventure is better than Resident Evil. That sort of goes without saying. I don't know, it just sort of feels as though... I think it's particularly noticeable in Crossworlds as well. It feels as though a fair few of the voice casts, especially Mike Pollock, it's hearing a fair bit of going through the motions. How goes the races so far? We are certainly in a car. Things are certainly happening on the screen. It's not exactly the most interesting, but it's happening. There's stuff that's going on, so surely something must be worthwhile going on at the moment. You know, aside from the fact that, oh look, it's the Mother Wisp. Remember from the Sonic Colors on the DS? Now she's here with an actual HD model. I don't think many people actually played Sonic Colors on the DS. That's another one. That's another one, actually, alongside All-Stars Racing Transform, which I just sort of skipped on. I guess maybe because I thought I already had the Wii version, so I didn't need it, question mark, even though some might argue that Colors DS is better. I'll probably have to see that for myself at some point, though. Oh, there we go. That's another race. Look at all the interesting things going on screen. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the UI here just, especially in comparison to Crossworlds, just seems so bland. I was probably gonna hold off in saying this, but especially with what little I played of this with the Grand Prix before streaming, this just generally feels to me just like $60 worth of just some game. I guess welcome to arguably the most riveting and interesting of all the... I gotta think, the other hand's gotta think of more interesting talking about stuff that's more interesting than this game. Come on, let's see if we can think of something. Because I'm gonna be brutally honest. So far, at the very least, this feels like one of those games where if I was to resort to putting Sonic games on a tier list, I don't think I'd actually put this on the tier list. Not because simply forgetting it, though. It does seem like a pretty forgettable game, just because it's... I really do get the sense from this that, at least so far, you know, the story could change that. For all I know, this could... suddenly turn out to be Pontac and Grab's best work yet. And completely change my mind on them being writers in the series. You know, just trying to keep an open mind here. Trying to keep an open mind. But even seriousness, I really do get the sense that this game is kind of such a nothing burger that it feels as though they may as well not even bothered making it. If I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, just if it was this or nothing, I don't know. Just this is such a nothing burger anyway that I may as well go with nothing because in that case it's still the same amount of Let me start again. Let me rephrase. Nothing would be better than this because it's about as substantial and you can do pretty much anything else more worthwhile with your time. The overdrive animations are pretty... Oh yeah, those were also a thing, I forgot. Just like everything else in this game, I completely forgot about it. Aside from just more jokes, it's like, oh, isn't Big the Cat so funny? Oh, look. He's just doing a funny thing. Please laugh. We have no idea what we're doing in this series. Apparently everybody thinks the cat is funny, so please laugh. Please. Just give us something to work with. We're literally on creative fumes here. Just give us something. I suppose talking about creative fumes. I have admittedly been thinking for quite the longest time that this series has been creatively bankrupt for years, but I don't know, something about Crossworlds feels kind of weird to me in that regard, mostly just in the fact that there are a whole bunch of actual semi-unique and interesting looking tracks. First one that comes to mind for me is Golden Temple. It's like, that track to me really looks like something you'd see in Destiny 2, and more so in a good way. I think it looks pretty cool, actually, and it's kind of confusing, really, because it's like, you have this one sort of basically spin-off game with all these cool and unique areas, and then you have all the mainline games which just have Recycle Green Hill, Chemical Plant, and Radical Highways. Just, you'd think the mainline games are where all the cool original level concepts would be, but no, they're in the side games. It's like, at least it's something original, but at the same time, it's like completely backwards. It's like the side games are where you'd expect all the old levels to come back. And that being said, there are just a few levels that feel as though they were added purely because they were popular in Mario Kart. The main perpetrator, in my mind, at the very least, would be Colorful Mall, which is definitely not Coconut Mall from Mario Kart. You know, everybody's favorite level is like, oh, everybody loves the Coconut Mall level, so let's just cross out coconuts writing colorful and hope nobody notices. Crossworlds is like a major improvement? Yeah. I mean, obviously, despite how divisive it is ultimately, I'd still take it over this. Because, at the very least in that regard, there's interesting stuff happening. Let's see, are we being defeated by Omochao? I can't let this stand. Yeah, that's another thing which I do kind of miss about Crossworlds as well, from all the stuff I've been doing with time trials and whatnot, is customizable music. I mean, the music in here is definitely better than in Crossworlds, but at the same time, being able to just choose tracks that you want to listen to while you race, definitely an improvement here. Just, even though driving through Chow Park listening to Undefeatable is kind of a the sort of tonal dissonance which honestly I would probably expect from the series in all honesty, especially with stuff like Lost World. Omo Chow is playable? Yeah. Yeah, Omo Chow is here in place of Cream for some reason. It's just really gets the sense in this that this is the point in the Sonic team's history where they just had no idea what they were doing. I mean, I still sort of joke about that with regards to the development of Frontiers, that is absolutely true. They don't know what they're doing with this series. To the point where they had to go on Twitter and ask people what they want. Which is always a bad move. Because you know what Twitter's like. Okay, is it over yet? Yay, we win. Yeah, this is back when Cream got erased. And then she was brought back in Crossworlds, and it's like everybody was happy.
Who are you talking to, Tails?
Nobody, Big.
Oh, you know, I was just talking to the audience.
I understand.
Don't worry about it, Big.
Buggy sometimes when he's not around, and I miss.
Riveting stuff. Okay. Collect at least 100 rings and a GP. That's kind of... Oh, survival. Survival. Finish a survival race. You know, let's just go in with Ogilvy again. Seems to be working all right. Ah, yes, the easy part. Well, yeah. I mean, I get that you're on the losing side, Omocha, but yeah, that was pretty easy. You're all going to die.
Survival race?
Yeah, it's literally just chows.
Every lap will be eliminated until only the fastest remains.
Oh, okay.
Eliminated? You use a lot of disturbing words.
Well, I have this gun.
Disturbed. I'm intrigued. Let's do this.
Yeah, because apparently my character in this game is me just being completely oblivious to danger in the face of cheap tricks, cheap frills.
Nothing's gonna stop me from surviving this. Or let's do this.
You're gonna die today, Big.
Bye-bye, slowpokes.
Even the trick system feels, not as satisfying as in Crossworlds, because obviously, with the trick system you got all the various gadgets you can use to augment it, and obviously it's nowhere near as punishing, but it's super satisfying to just launch yourself into the air and then have a party with your farm afterwards. It's kind of baffling in how many ways Crossworlds just feels so much more fun. Also, yeah, that's a thing. Really? It feels like every time I come to Planet Wisp, I'm always getting screwed over by those saw blades. Really gotta love this place. Especially with its, I'm not gonna make the joke. I'm not gonna make the joke. Everybody and their aunties already made that joke, so I'm not going to. Lean waterfalls, anyway. Alright, it's time for, no idea who... Oh, there we go. Amy is dead.
Nobody saw that, right?
Amy was killed and I did it like this. I did it like this! I will admit, at the very least, with regards to all these track layouts, probably not this one. I do kind of wish a fair few more of them came back for Crossworlds. Mostly just because, I suppose in a similar vein to me wanting the character customization feature to return in another game. Mostly just so we have an excuse to completely erase any points in which you'd want to play Forces. Like, the only redeeming quality about Forces is probably the fact that it has the character creator, and if we get another better game with the character creator in it, then all of a sudden, there's no reason for you to ever play Forces, which is good. But the joke was gonna be the copyright law thing. No, when... Oh. Oh yeah, Omochao is dead. I did it like this! And of course Big is the last survivor. Because why wouldn't he be? There we go. Well, I mean, it is at the very least kind of funny to just fling yourself off high surfaces and then just rapidly tap the right stick. But aside from that, just still prefer the trick system in Crossworlds. In fact, starting to wonder whether I should have just booted up Crossworlds again just in the first place. But then again, considering I'm more just sort of a story guy, Crossworlds doesn't have a story, so that'd be kind of awkward. Anyways, yay, we win. Complete Chapter 1. And look at that, Amy is dead.
Great work, guys.
So exciting.
That was kind of brutal, Dodonpaw. Why are you putting us through?
Yeah, like, when you, like, kill me and stuff?
Don't worry, your pretty little head.
Oh yes, it's technical. Your corpse has been reanimated.
That's the most condescending thing I've heard all day.
Not as condescending as you are on a daily basis nowadays, Amy. Is it a hot take to say Dodon Ray is the most mysterious Sonic character we have right now? I mean, yeah, I suppose, considering we barely know anything about it. There we go, unlocked. Team Rose. Let's do the mod pack. Look at that, 200. Let's see what we get from the gacha system. More stuff than Knuckles. More powers which are single use. Okay, that's kind of neat. Just... Ah yes, the best thing I could possibly do to upgrade my vehicle. Put chains all over it. Yeah, again. Snapper hood. These, come on, work with me here. Legendary. Oh yeah, legendary. These are, as far as I'm aware, kind of pointless. They don't really offer any stat increases over their original version. It's just, you include all legendary pieces and then your car turns gold. I mean, you can't use any of the, color schemes. Yeah, these little bonus boxes here, they are single-use consumables at the start of every race. Don't really like this. Oh yeah, and it's like, we don't have Cream in this game, but we do have Discount Bowser. Game has a gotcha. Yes, it does. You see it right now. Catalytic. What? Does Big even know what a catalytic converter is? That's what I want to know. Oh yeah, more credits. Oh yes, Pinions, whatever Pinions are. And I think I pretty... Oh yes, legendary. I think I already got most of the... Let's have a look actually in the garage to see what we got.
Sweet, let's do this.
As far as I'm aware, this is basically the best setup for most cars, as far as I'm aware. At least from my experience. Let's see, we got Rouge. But this is technically the best loadout, I think, mostly for stats, but at the same time, Rouge especially just looks fugly. Like, especially Rouge. The other ones is not so bad. Maybe not Silver, but still not so bad. And mostly just in it to, what are we prioritizing, by the way? That's a good question. Let's have a look at Sonic. So yeah, just, as far as I'm aware, these are linked to... These are power pieces, these are speed pieces, and these are technique pieces, so... Generally, I seem to be mostly just prioritizing boost and handling. Mostly just prioritizing boost. You know, just like Crossworlds in that regard. Just all you really need is boost and everything is fine. Obviously, I get used to hearing green light ride absolutely everywhere. And here we have Vector, the only member of the Chaotix to survive the culling. Gotta love it. Omega here, obviously, because it feels kind of obligatory at this point. Just look how much boost I have. You cannot possibly comprehend. And of course, we have Discount Bowser. Still have no idea why he's here. But whatever. You know, let's just go with that. Alright, let's carry on. On to the next chapter. We're just here for the story, so I'm not gonna bother with any of the challenges. Let's play as Amelia from HR. Oh yes, searching for the best races in all of time and space, and yet, you only come up with like 15 fighters. It's like nobody from Nocturnus. Nobody from like the Echidna tribes or the Ancients. I mean, obviously cars didn't exist back then, but still. Yeah, I think all things considered, Sonic is probably one of the strong characters. You know what? The million-dollar question here. Who is your favorite character here? Which character do you want to play as? And honestly, given how the series is nowadays, especially at this point, part of me just sort of wants to default to Omochao. Let's do that. Look at that. Isn't she a beauty?
Good to see you, Blaze.
Oh no, it's Kirito.
Mysterious invitation that I did.
Yes, it was vague.
Yeah, because of controversies with Clinton Flynn, they replaced him with Kirito from Sword Art Online. Also, yeah, Vector's just here for some reason. It's like, who the hell are Espio and Charmy? When my new pals in the Chaotix are these two mugs which I just happened to find on the street.
Now that I see you, I think not. Tanuki are notorious tricksters.
I thought Tanuki's was supposed to be all about granting fortune. At least that's what I heard back when I was in Nippon. Mostly just being good luck charms because they are the holders of the Kintama. At least they understand that at the very least about Vector. He's all about the Munty.
Determined, Vector? We'll go, but only to bail you out of trouble when it happens. And believe me, it will happen.
It's like, I don't even know who you are, but I'm gonna... but I'm gonna talk you down and berate you either way because I'm Silver. I'm supposed to be the hero of this series, apparently. According to Twitter at the very least. I'm definitely gonna get my own game where I fight Sage guys, believe me. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, the technique characters are probably some of the worst in the game. I mean, I say that is like the only character on this team which I can stand at this point. Omochao, which, now that I think about it, is kind of sad. It's just like, all the characters have been flanderized so bad, but my favorite of the bunch is Omochao. The one character which everybody hates. For being the stupid tutorial guy. It's like, how low can we possibly get. Also, yeah, just, really just feels as though we're just doing the same races over and over again. At least in Crossworlds there was a little bit more variety. It's like you only really needed to do each cup once. You know, maybe that's why they didn't bother having a story mode for Crossworlds. Mostly just so it didn't get quite as repetitive as this. I mean, saying that, though, it does get pretty repetitive with how much you have to grind tickets. At least here you get a decent amount of, points to put in the gacha machine afterwards. Now look at that, you remember the Chow races, right? We're gonna keep referencing them, but they're never gonna appear in a Sonic game ever again, because the chart says. In all seriousness, obviously I would love for the Chow Garden to make a comeback, but at this point, I don't see it happening ever. It's like, you'd think that, we would have gotten, like, a Chow mobile game at some point, but apparently not. That still baffles me even to this day. Blaze has survived Flanderization. Well, yeah, mostly just because she barely shows up. She's like the smart one of the group. You know, at least until, Flynn got to her, where she's basically, the girl boss character who does everything better than Sonic, apparently. If, the fact that Blaze just basically saved the entire Soul Dimension is anything to go by. It's like, oh yes, Blaze defeated all the evil in the Soul Dimension, yet Sonic can't deal with a clown with a massive mustache. What does that say about you? Well, great.
So, what's your take on this Dodonpaw guy, Amy? You trust him?
Oh yeah, we're just gonna spend the whole time just talking about how this guy is super dubious and not at all just super misunderstood. Because I played Crossworlds, and obviously he's in there not as a villain.
I can multitask, Sonic.
That's a lie. Been playing Crossworlds in the other channel. Yeah. Very interesting. Let me just do this real quick. Let me just do this. I made an effort not to say no shilling, so there we go. Okay. Oh look, let's see, ring shot. Sand Road. You remember that? You remember Sand Road from You know what, let's play as Amelia from HR this time around. Obviously, they have no reason not to play as Sonic all this time, but...
You came here from the future?
Yeah, what is your origin nowadays at this point?
Yeah, I received the invitation in my era, 200 years from now, and journeyed back in time to participate.
I'm not gonna explain how I traveled back. I'm just gonna say I'm here now, so shut up.
That's a whole nother level of scary tech.
Dodonpaw is really cool.
Well, I don't know how cool he is, Big, but he's powerful. Dangerously powerful.
I mean, you could just interrogate him all the time. Hmm.
It is nice to work with you again, my friend.
It is. And whatever threat we may face from our
Oh yes, apparently Silver and Blaze are still friends now, even though that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I still have no idea what's going on with Silver at this point. I keep making jokes about regards to 06 about the fact that well, I say jokes, more so just saying the fact that for some reason Silver and Blaze still know each other after the events of 06, despite Silver being erased from time and the events of 06 never actually happening, so it's like, how does Silver and Blaze know each other? And it's just like, oh, it's destiny or something, and it's just like, I don't believe you. Make it make sense, game. I mean, obviously it doesn't, so... I think I've made it perfectly clear throughout all this time. Also, what is going on in the lighting here? What is going on here? What is this? Why is the world split into like a third? Yeah, I think I've made it abundantly clear at this point that I've never exactly been the fondest of Silver. It's like, I'm all down for him being redeemed and made into a cool character like they did with Shadow, but I don't see it ever happening. Chauffeur explains Silver. It's like, how long is it gonna take? It's like, just trying to think with regards to, you know, from... So it's like, we had Shadow the Hedgehog in 2005. It's been like 19 years since Shadow's been redeemed from Shadow the Hedgehog. Are we gonna have to wait that long for Silver as well? I mean, in saying that, 06 was a year later, so... By all metrics, I suppose, Silver's redemption would be this year, but at the same time, he's just been instantly dropped in place of Amy for movie 4, which I still find hilarious. I'll just... And how tragic it is, just how Silver fans can seemingly never win. I mean, obviously I do kind of feel bad, but at the same time, it's just... I can't help but laugh at just how many times you get screwed over. If you're a Silver fan. It's like, oh, he's definitely one of the coolest characters in the franchise, honest. It's just like, okay. Show the times when he was actually cool. It's like, the comics? That doesn't count. I'm talking about games. I mean, he threw a massive rocket, Iblis that one time. He flew and looked super cool at the start of 06. Yeah, when the game started. It's like, again, I am not against Silver being redeemed and actually being made into a cool character, I just don't ever see it happening. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if Rouge got a character overhaul before Silver did. Because, I'm gonna be brutally honest, Rouge probably needs it more. Especially after Shadgen. It'll take them as long for them to confirm what the name of Sonic's world is. And I'm fairly certain Flynn just straight up confirmed it's Earth, just Earth, but at the same time, we've yet to actually hear it in a game. He certainly has a lot of untapped potential. Yes, potential, but potential which isn't acted upon is meaningless.
I can see that I'll need to come up with a few more bumps in the road to sufficiently test your skills.
Oh yes, I'm putting turrets on the tracks now.
The roads seem pretty bumpy already. If we're not careful, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Oh, just hurt, you say, as opposed to killed.
Yes, exactly.
Bring it on! I'm loving this!
Yeah, because I only exist for... The only thing I live for nowadays is the dopamine. My life is hollow without it, guys. I am but a hollow shell.
Ready to do my best.
Yeah, that does look quite nice. Alright, next Ross.
Nice to see you, Blaze. Did Dodonpa send you an invitation to his race?
Yes. Apparently our enigmatic host is able to send messages across
Yeah,
dimensions.
it's kind of weird. He just popped up out of a hole in space and just slapped the invitation across my face with it.
I'm not sure about his motives.
I have no idea what I'm doing with his accents. It's been a while.
Everything I have dealt with, I feel confident that I can handle a mischievous old Tanuki.
Yeah, apparently I'm the most powerful character in the series now, apparently. Even more than Shadow, but you won't never see it. It's like, imagine if we got, like, a proper Blaze game before anything related to Silver.
Have you know, driving is one of my many skills.
I hope so, because I'd hate to make you look bad out.
Let's go see who.
Well, I suppose Blaze has plenty of time to learn how to drive, given there's nothing else going on in the Soul Dimension. Don't expect to ever see it in a game anytime soon. I mean, I'm down for it, but at the same time, I just don't expect they will. Because we can't have anything fun or interesting in this series anymore. We just gotta look at the charts and see what's popular.
Consider this a warning.
I suppose whilst we're here, whilst I also do kind of wish that this level was also brought back in Crossworlds, because it is pretty cool. Because generally I really quite like the whole fire and ice aesthetic. Just in general. You know, good old Beyond the Black Stump. I lost my train of thought there. You can tell I'm still not exactly at 100%. Oh yeah, that was what I was thinking of. The fact that apparently the sort of tie-in iPad game for this, which is just called Sonic Racing, is apparently a better game than this. Or that they're at least more interesting with a lot more tech. I do find kind of hilarious. It's just like, this game is getting beat out by an iPad tie-in. Just, at that point, just give up and go home. Yeah, I will admit with regards to the story though, so far not much really interesting seems to be happening. It's more just sort of a excuse to be like, oh, look at all the characters we've seen all across the games. Let's have them just meet up and explain why they're here, and then just allude to the fact that Dodon Ray is apparently doing something nefarious, even though he obviously isn't, because I play Crossworlds. And apparently everybody seems cool with Dodon Ray there, so obviously it has to be the case that he's not abandoned in this game. It's like, obviously rooting for myself at the same time. It really feels as though there's no reason for you to play this over Crossworlds. Again though, just a whole bunch of cool track ideas which I kind of wish were in the game. I mean, granted, there was a level similar to this in Crossworlds, but I generally feel this one is a lot more interesting. It's like, look at that. There's a glacier with a volcano in the background. Obviously, that stuff is cool. It's like, the ice tracks in this game are probably some of my favorites just because of how visually interesting they are. But instead, in Crossworlds, we got Blizzard Island and Magma, and everybody's favorite Sonic level Magma Planet, featuring the lava worms from Mario Galaxy, which look more like dragons nowadays for some reason. Yeah, it really feels as though it takes forever to get up to your third level of boost. Crossworlds has penguins in the... Oh, Game of the Year, clearly. It's like, ah yes, they added penguins into the game. Instant 10 out of 10, definitely worth the $90 dues. Oh boy, it's back on this level again. I didn't quite realize just how repetitive a lot of this. Ooh, it's a mirror match though. It's like, oh, it's the mirror. It's a mirror track, so it's clearly a lot more interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I've never exactly been the most biggest fan of this sort of mirror track gimmick, which, I mean, obviously it's a Mario Kart classic, but to me it just feels like kind of filler for the tracks. It's just like, oh, what can we possibly do to fill out our roster of racetracks? Let's just have a whole bunch of them here, except instead of turning left, you turn right. Genius. Because it's clearly going to be something which completely revolutionizes how you play the game. Like, instead of turning right here, you have to remember to turn left. Ooh. Daring today, aren't we? Just... I mean, I guess it's sort of a nice means of just... I suppose adding a little bit of variety to a track you've raced a whole bunch of times, but at the same time... I don't know. Obviously, part of me would have just preferred they added in a new track, but at the same time, obviously that's not feasible because the chart says. Well, time to completely walk away with this race again. Isn't this just the most exciting stuff? To be fair, I'm probably going to play a fair bit more Crossworlds after this, to be honest, just to, this is a palate cleanser. Because that clearly seems to be a fair bit more interesting, to be brutally honest. Thanks a whole bunch. Also, really gotta love that quirky dialogue there, don't you? Where none of the character and all these characters which you play this game for are in there. It just feels a lot more, well, generic. You can feel as though I'm saying that a whole bunch about this game, to be brutally honest. Blaze, you're not going to steal this from me. Okay, maybe she is. Up somehow, I just end up in front regardless, because logic, I suppose. Alright, next. You can tell this is super exciting for me, isn't it? It's like, oh, it's an actual new track. Well, I mean, I do definitely quite like the, oh, it's a casino in space as well. Wonderful. Good old space casino. Guess it makes a fair bit more sense than whatever Casino Park was in Heroes. Just a whole bunch of casino platforms just hovering above neon-lit city. Right next to Coruscant. I suppose that's one thing which still sort of bugs me with regards to the whole Sonic's World thing. I mean, obviously there's the naming convention, which obviously doesn't help matters, but the main thing is just how seemingly ill-defined Sonic's version of Earth/Mobius is. Just, it's like we don't even have like a map where you can find all the stuff in it. Like, where? It's like, point to a map. Where is Green Hill Zone? Where is Station Square? Where is Central City? Where is Holoska? that sort of thing. I will admit, though, I do at the very least appreciate that they brought back the bunny girl egg pawns from Heroes for this. It's like, the egg pawns are just generally what I think of with regards to, Robotnik's sort of, main foot soldier badniks. Just they have so much, quirk and charm to them. Oh, there's invincibility here. Nice. Yeah, right here, Vector. Oh yes, fishing, because that's the only thing Big is known for nowadays. Hooray! Yeah, it is just the bunny egg pawns right there. And once again, we got Olby's Chow here in like 3 frames per second, just like in Crossworlds. Nice to see that hasn't changed in the slightest. Let's say teamwork. Omo Chow is just sort of dying back there. Greg, don't be making Urkel references. Don't give Flynn any ideas. Also, no idea as to why Amy is just so super aggressive in this game. Oh, well, guess I'll lose. Thanks a bunch, Silver. You prick. I'm still gonna win the war, though. Okay, so with Daredevil, it's like you have to juggle between green and red. Good to know. Alright, back on this track again. How many times am I gonna be on this track with all its saw blades? The world may never know. One thing I've also noticed as well, as far as I'm aware, there's no, like, it may just be because it's the single-player adventure, there's no, like, CC options. There's, like, in Crossworlds, you got the choice of what speed you want to tackle the track, like high speed, normal speed, high speed, sunk speed, super sunk speed, which is just, like, 200cc and ridiculous. It's like, we don't seem to have much of that in this game either. Amy, please don't be reminding me of Freebird right now. This game isn't worth it. It's like you can't do a whole bunch of crazy stuff in here like you could that would warrant Freebird playing like you could in Crossworlds. Or even All Stars Racing Transformed, where you just completely just walk over all the competition as the Heavy from Team Fortress 2. I'm not entirely certain as to whether a Sonic roster could be beat by All-Stars Racing Transformed to be or at the very least could beat All-Stars Racing. That's what I was trying to go for. Generally speaking, the roster for All-Stars Racing Transformed was pretty good. It's like you had all the characters you needed, and then you had Bungo Makezungo, Racket Ralph, and again, the Pyro from Team Fortress 2. My favorite Sonic character. Oh, I didn't realize that wasn't the final lap. Alright. Here we go again. Isn't this just so exciting, everybody? I probably shouldn't be complaining all that much. This is like... I made this bed, now I have to lie in it. Yeah, a lot of the in-match... Oh. And here we have the equivalent to the blue shell, the Quake. Generally speaking, I think most people would generally prefer King Boombo. Like, obviously he's annoying in Crossworlds, but... generally I'd still prefer that over Quake. Like, ah yes, just have a whole bunch of impassable rocks just spawn right in front of you, which... honestly, depending on what map you're on, what track you're on, it just seems wildly inconsistent as to how good it's going to be, because obviously in tighter spaces it's basically impassable for everybody. But on more wider parts of the track, it's just a lot more easy to dodge, as far as I'm aware from experience. And there we go, we win. Get out of here, Kiriso. Oh, Robotnik's here, looking kind of weird.
The gang's all here. I can't wait to throw a wrench into their plan.
You left the wrench here, boss, along with the rest of
And of course, Orbot and Cubot are here, because why wouldn't they be? It's like, Pontek and Graf lobbied with Sega and Sonic Team to ensure that Orbot and Cubot remained in the games. It wasn't... do you think it was worth it? Okay, follow the track. Yeah, let's do this. Get to the bottom of this. Let's play the... yeah, no, just something about the models here. Just looks like... it really reminds me of the old Sonic models which you'd see in, like, Gmod. With just how dead they look behind the eyes. Maybe it's the lighting as well, which doesn't help. Regardless, I'm gonna be playing as Ogilvy.
And that's about the long and short of it.
That's some pretty helpful info. Now, we just have to figure out what our next move is.
Ah yes, so the reason why Vector's here specifically is because Tails hired him.
What are you two sneaking around
Implying that Tails actually has money.
aren't even on the same team.
Oh, hey, Knuckles. We were just, talking about the,
Yeah, I wasn't planning a coup or anything.
It's Sunny. There, done. By the way, where's the rest of your detective agency, Vector?
Ah, finally, the $1 million question.
Aren't you guys a team?
The million ring question.
I'm out here freelancing. Yeah, that's it. Trying to make a little...
They kicked me out of the apartment. SBO got sick of me simping for Cream's mom. The reason she ain't here is because of the restraining order. I don't know, for some reason I felt as though we were going for a bit more of an Australian accent for Vector there, which honestly would be more in line with his classic self.
I'm going to put the muscle back in Muscle Car.
I miss when you had a quad bike, Knuckles. Anyways. It's like, even at this point, Dodon Pod's just like, ah yes, press the right trigger to do a drift, even though I've been doing that constantly this entire time. I really get the sense that they really like this corkscrew in the Seaside Hill levels, because this was also in Crossworlds and in All Stars Racing, as far as I'm aware, and All Stars Racing Transform. Just I get the sense that there's a fair few tracks in here which were reused from All Stars Racing Transforms, as far as I'm aware. I don't think this was one of them, but I'm pretty sure at least one of the Seaside Hill levels was reused. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Oh yes, the Team Ultimate thing, because Knuckles is dumb as a brick. It's like... This is before Sonic 2, as a reminder, so Knuckles isn't a good character anymore at this point. It's just like... Oh, Silver's dead and Vector's dead. Get out of here, crap mates. It's like... Finally, Silver's dead and gone from the franchise, but was it worth removing Vector? Probably not. I'm gonna be honest, I really do quite like Vector. It's just... It really is a shame as well. Pretty sure I'm gonna make note of this multiple times, but... It really feels as though, obviously, I've mentioned before about the Chaotix being the destined comic relief of this series, but... Obviously, Vector's like the heart of that, with all his delusions of grandeur. Like, you got Vector's delusion of grandeur, Charmy's brain damage, and Espio as the straight man. It's kind of a classic setup, really. But I really get the sense that the only time in which that version of the Chaotix is ever actually manifested outside of maybe Heroes was in all their episodes of Sonic X. Which are like... I mean, obviously I make a whole bunch of jokes about how Sonic X is like the one Sonic show which gets all the characterization down near perfectly. But it only has like 5 good episodes, and most of those good episodes are Chaotix episodes. It's like they really are just the big stars of that whole show. Like when they show up, you know, oh, it's gonna be good. And that's like the only time the Chaotix actually ever been good, which is kind of annoying. Same with Rouge, actually. Like, outside of Adventure 2. And... I don't know, maybe Heroes? Just... feels as though Rouge really hasn't had much to go off of. It's like, yeah, she was a rival to Knuckles, but aside from that, just, nothing's really been done with her that's really all that interesting, which is kind of a shame. Yeah, that's another race gone and done with. Is it over yet? Oh, Chapter 2 complete. Hooray. Alright, let's just keep going, I suppose. We can only get better from here. Right?
Knuckles said you were being sneaky or something. Is that true?
You wouldn't dare betray me, would you, Tails?
Just a little. I'm working on something.
Say no more. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to question this in the slightest. Because I'm just cool like that. I don't question anything. I just consume. And make catchphrases. And there we go. We unlocked Team Vector. It's like Silver and Blaze don't even have a proper team name anymore. It's just Team Vector. Guess who's back? Back again. Eggy's back. Fighting men. Alright, let's play as the Welshman. Let's play as the Welsh. Or, you know what? Let's play one round as Kirito. Why not?
There is only one thing that could improve this affair. More racers. Team Eggman is joining the contest.
Hello, all. Miss me?
No.
Eggman, I knew it! You're the one behind all this!
Well, I really should have killed you when I had the chance back on the Ark.
Same as you. Except unlike you, my team are the only ones who are unstoppable.
You have Zavok on your team, Robotnik. I'm pretty sure you are quite stoppable.
And now these fellows are here as well. Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Because, yeah, for some reason they decided, you know what, for the power-type character for Robotnik's team, let's You know, not Metal Knuckles, not another one of Robotnik's badniks like an E10000 model or an Egg Pawn. Nah, let's just go with Discount Bowser, because for some reason we gotta have Discount Bowser in here.
That's right! We need to maintain the power levels of the boss's vegetable garden and water the unstable energy core!
Aren't these guys just the best? Aren't you glad that they're in every game?
I can't read at all!
Aren't they just the most funny? Don't you just wish they were in more scenes and not completely reduced to scrap by Metal Sonic or somebody?
Racing with Shadow and Omega.
A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do when she wants to win.
Oh yeah, Team Dark's also here for some reason.
Something fishy's going on.
Oh, Knuckles. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you cared.
Works for me.
It's like, where's this dynamic? Where's the whole teasing Knuckles dynamic, which is like the best part about Rouge? It was super funny to see how she bounced off Knuckles back in the day, so why don't we get more of that?
Thanks. That is the speed I need.
Stop, Eggman. You don't have a chance against our team.
I say, but I'm in last place. It's like Silver can just never win, can he? He's like, I'm completely undefeatable. He says just at the back of the party, just in last place constantly. It's almost comical just how frequently he just fails. I know. I'll be honest, I do kind of like that about Silver. It's just entertaining in a way. Well, Big just got absolutely murdered. His bones got crushed. And oh look, it's another one of those Death Egg robots from Forces, because you gotta play Forces, right? I don't want to play Forces though, too bad. We're gonna see these in every game now. Just these Death Egg robot sentinels, I think they are. I'm not even sure that's an official thing. It's just maybe they were called that in Frontiers. Just remember them being called Death Egg robots in Forces, because that game doesn't have an original bone in its body.
I will boost off you. Let me through.
Well, great. Just because of that, the entire race is ruined.
Does anybody need help?
Anyone need anything?
What if Forces is important to understanding the plot of future games? Don't go there. I mean, I know Flynn will probably go there, but it really just feels as though there's nothing really to pillage from Forces stories, unless they do want to bring back Infinite, but apparently he died at the end of Forces, according to the Encyclopedia, so I wouldn't count on it. I mean, considering how poorly Forces performed, I'm kind of surprised there were any references to Forces at all in like Crossworlds, with stuff like Mystic Jungle. What would have been my least favorite track in the game, were it not for Minecraft World, because generally speaking, I don't like bottomless pits in my racing tracks.
Anyone need anything?
I do wholly admit, though, I am not very good at kart racers, as you can probably tell by this gameplay.
Back in control and up to speed.
Some help.
Now we are unstoppable.
Yeah, of course, we got the classic Bentley Jones soundtrack on full display. Like one of the few people who really championed silver alongside Evan Stanley. I think I mentioned this previously off stream, but it really feels as though Evan Stanley has done more for silver than Sonic Team ever has, or possibly even will. It's like the main thing that's held silver fans over for so many years was Ghosts of the Future, and now we got Evan working on the comics where silver does things, apparently. Except not really.
The fact that Eggman is here has me worried.
Yeah, we could be working with Dodonpa.
If the two of them even know each other, that is.
Yeah, it's a mystery. I wonder if Shadow knows anything. He'd work with Eggman if it meant getting what he wanted. I think I'll have a little
Oh
chat
boy,
with
it's
him.
time for Keanu Reeves to show up. Back before he was actually Keanu Reeves and was just Discount Vegeta. Let's do it then. Let's go talk with Keanu.
Okay, let's race.
Where we only have the option of playing as Sonic, as Team Sonic.
Try to win, or are you just here to do Eggman's bidding?
I always try.
I always succeed, Kakarot!
Here for you. And I'm not working with the doctor.
I'll be the one who actually does stuff because I'm the competent one. You just sit around making quippy jokes all the time.
Beat me anyway. Oh, and don't
And yet
worry,
somehow I still lose to you all the time. It's so frustrating, Kakarot.
Sonic, I'm the ultimate life form. I could never lose to you.
Tell you what, how about I challenge you to a race to see who's the best?
Challenge accepted. Although there is no challenge.
Don't you just love this dialogue? And just how hokey, intentionally hokey it is. It's like, there's no honesty in here, it's just
He thinks he's faster than me.
No, about
all here because this series is just about a blue hedgehog that goes fast and has no substance, right? He makes games that are terrible, but people still play them anyways for some reason, no idea why, so may as well just point and laugh at that fact, because we have no idea what we're doing. At least that's the sense I keep getting. I'll be honest though, I'd still kind of get the sense they have no idea what they're doing, but I think it mostly just comes down to what will Frontiers 2 be like? Because obviously it's not... I doubt it's going to be as good as Shadgen, considering Kishimoto's working on it, and Kishimoto doesn't exactly have the best track record. It's like, his track record is like Colors, Lost World, Horses, Frontiers. I think there was some more in there as well, but generally speaking, only one of those games was actually good. Debatably speaking, of course. So needless to say, not exactly the most optimistic about how Frontiers 2 is going to come out, considering the track record of the people working on it. I mean, obviously open to be proven wrong, but somehow I doubt I will be proven wrong, which is a shame. Yeah. That's one thing I've noticed as well with this, just Sonic, what the hell do you mean by also-rans? Are you Xemnas now? You can join her later, also-ran. It's like such a weird, like, thing to say to someone nowadays. It's like... Also, the first time I actually heard the term also-ran was in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's just so bizarre to suddenly just hear Sonic saying it as well. It's like, what are we doing here? Also, get out of here, Rouge. I need to defeat Vegeta. In what is obviously definitely not Waluigi's pinball. Kind of surprised there wasn't a pinball level in Crossworlds, actually. I know there was Roulette Road, but which is like a different version of the one which was in this game, but even so. Damn you, Robotnik. Messing up my plans. So what is going on over there? Shit, what is he doing? Just trying to think of other stuff to talk about at this point, because this isn't really giving me much to work with, outside of just how bad the dialogue is. I ask pay attention, me, because for some reason my body can't communicate with my brain because me dum-dum. Because that's like the one thing people liked about Sonic Boom, which apparently people still liked at this time, was the fact that Knuckles was just a big dumb stupid meathead. Again, this just screams to me like it was made by people who had no idea what they were doing with regards to what direction they wanted to take the series in. They have no idea. They had no idea what they were doing creatively, I think is a better way of putting it. Just still have no idea why the series is popular. They don't have any money because it's all going to Yakuza games. So it's like, I don't know, what do we do? Just the bare minimum, I suppose. Because I think that's a good way of putting it. This, whilst it is competently made, just playing through this feels like it was the bare minimum. Also, I kind of wish I booted up Forces instead, because if they were released there, I would have had more stuff to talk about. Yay, we won, we defeated Vegeta.
Perhaps you could be useful in assisting me to
Yes, I'm totally going to ignore the fact that you've defeated me utterly, Sonic.
Wow, that's awfully big of you, Shadow. But I'm not sure it's just Eggman's plan.
Yeah, I'm just going to ignore the fact that you decided to ignore me there. Because we have no time for banter in this whole thing, even though I thought banter was the whole thing that people liked about Sonic Boom.
Be assured, if he's working with the Doctor, I'll crush him too.
Okay, next. We have Destruction. Ring challenge. Ah, we actually have challenges to do this time. Let's do Destruction. Let's do Destruction. This I'm gonna be playing as, let's go Knuckles. Let's go Knuckles. Because why not? Oh yeah, now that looks nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
And you're sure your ultimate energy engine can do all that?
Like, oh, they're definitely not suspicious at all.
Be most pleased with it, my good sir. I have no doubt, my friend. I have no doubt.
Is that Eggman and Dodonpa?
Yeah, I could definitely envision those two having tea together.
Everyone, it's a trap. Eggman and Dodonpa are working together.
I figured as much.
Oh yes, and of course Silver immediately jumps to conclusions because that's all he's good for nowadays.
Those two will be the end of us.
No need to be so dramatic, Silver. It's just a kart racing game. Nobody's taking this seriously at all. Alright, break the targets. Go. Pretty sure I just wasted a rocket there. What do I need the rockets for even anyway? when I could easily just completely run them through with my cart. This seems kind of counterintuitive. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll die, I suppose. Okay, so they do splash damage. That's good to know. Alright, let's see how bad I did. Okay, silver medal. Could be worse.
I saw them talking. I heard something about an engine. Eggman was very excited.
This engine could be dangerous. We should find a way to stop them.
We can't stop them if we don't know what they're doing. We should probably keep racing and keep an eye on them.
I like that plan. The keep racing part is my favorite. Shadow is going down!
Yeah, because apparently that's my only characterization here. Okay, more challenges here. Yeah, let's just keep going. Someone on your team is first in each race. At least, okay. More Grand Prix stuff. Don't you just love that?
Grandpa thinks he's sneaky, but I invented the word.
Okay, let's, You know, let's blaze Knuckles some more. So why not? Just dead behind the eyes Knuckles.
Shadow, now that you and Sonic have finished your little ego competition, do you think we can address the real problem?
The fact that you keep getting nerfed every game.
You boys. Okay, let me try it again. Dodonpa's not
Because apparently I can't even drill into your meathead skulls, but apparently that you're too busy trying to measure your own quills, as opposed to actually paying attention to the plot.
What does eliminate mean?
I do find it kind of hilarious, actually, in hindsight, that Crossworlds Omega written by Flynn is far funnier than any of the characters in any of the Pontac and Graph scripts. It's like Omega's interactions in Crossworlds are actually funny, but then again, Omega's kind of a very easy character to make funny.
The only thing this race is missing is a fishing hole. And Froggy.
Alright, let's get this over with. Oh yeah, I quite like this one because you can just absolutely mash the tricks. You can just mash your tricks like it's nothing. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot just how much of a meathead Knuckles. Hey, what am I saying? I've been making jokes about it constantly. I just didn't take that into account when I selected Knuckles as my player character. It's like I made an egregious error. Also, apparently, if you fail your trick, you just lose rings constantly, which I do also find annoying. Not sure if I find as annoying as constantly losing your rings whenever you crash into walls in Crossworlds, though. Alright, I think... Yeah, that's the same as it is in Crossworlds. A lot of this is relatively similar to how it is in Crossworlds. Aside from... No, this section is actually in Crossworlds. It's just, no spooky mansion bit at the bottom. Well, guess I'll just die, I suppose. You have fun there, Fox. But my vengeance will be quick and unexpected. Knuckles, you can fly normally. What are you talking about? At least you could in the OVA. Still don't get how that works. Yeah, still have no idea as well. It's just like, Look at all these commemorative balloons of all the Sonic characters, even though it's just Sonic and Shadow, because they're the only characters that people seem to care about for some reason. Again, we have no idea why people like this series, so we're just putting stuff out there and hoping it works. Again, that's just the sense that I get from all this. I will say, though, of all the tracks in here, this probably is my favorite one. Not sure I ever actually preferred the Crossworlds version, though the one is pretty good. Well, yeah, one thing which really comes to mind with comparisons to Crossworld, I know that there is some questionable texture work in Crossworlds. Then again, bad textures in a Sonic game. Who would have thunk it? Yeah. But even so, I would have... For some reason I was led to believe, ooh, this game actually looks kind of decent in comparison to Crossworlds, but obviously that wasn't true in the slightest. Because at the very least in Crossworlds there is a lot more interesting and good lighting, whereas here it just looks sort of uncanny, really. I think is a good way of putting it. Just, I mean, obviously I made comments about how all the characters look kind of dead behind the eyes, partially due to the lighting. I think it really does sort of remind me of Gmod in that respect. Again. And at this point, probably me just messing around with Gmod with a whole bunch of Sonic models will probably be a fair bit more interesting than this, wouldn't it? Is it there, at least there I could strap a... I'd just like strap a rocket thrust to the silver and send him into orbit. You know, have a fair bit of fun with that. Oh, I forgot we have this thing here. Yeah, it's like, remember this particular track from Sonic Adventure, which everybody thought was funny? Because apparently that's what people associate with Knuckles for some reason. We don't know anything about this series, we're just going off of hearsay and what the charts said, what's popular on the wiki. Let me just check, actually, how many chapters are there in this? How much more do I have to suffer? Because it seems as though we're just going through the same motions over and over again. Alright, I'll just stay behind you, Sonic. And you, Fox. Kind of feel that was a bit of an edge bug there. I have no idea what happened. Well, I guess I'll just die for seemingly no reason. Knuckles, I'm surprised you can drive at all considering your supposed meathead brain. That and your mittens. It's kind of a relief that these vehicles apparently don't use stick. Because otherwise, I have no idea how Knuckles would have been able to manage this with his massive boxing glove hands. Out of the way, Rouge. Oh yes, I'll just call them teammates, because they're not my friends anymore. I don't even know these guys' names. They're just here to make me look good, because I'm the main character, the only one that matters, apparently. Sure thing, whatever your name was. Amadeus II or something? I guess rookie move me. Because obviously talking to me is obviously gonna make things better. And make me seem super smart. Get out of my way. Yeah, we'll give this game this. I'm liking the music a fair bit better than in Crossworlds. Because I don't think I could stand an EDM version of Knuckles' theme. Or really anybody's theme for that matter. Maybe it's just I'm old and I don't really like EDM, but still. When I pick up a Sonic game, I don't want to feel as though I've been dragged to the club. And made to just stand in a whole bunch of people jumping up and down. Oh, wonderful. I completely forgot that we still had the Lightning Wisp in this game. Which feels like the bane of my existence nowadays. I'll be honest, I'd never actually played Lost World for the 3DS, and in hindsight I'm kind of glad I did, because I've heard a lot of not so good things about Lost World on the 3DS. Especially with a fair bit of its level design. Alright, let's see how many chapters I have to suffer through. Okay, there's 7 chapters. 7 whole chapters for me to suffer through. This game in Forts and Chia's chart changed or worsened. Honestly, at this point, I don't think they've necessarily changed at all, to be perfectly honest with you. Just, Ooh, daring today, aren't we, with the mirror course? At this point, I sort of feel like the developers probably did when making this game, just going through the motions. Does it feel as though, were it not for the team mechanic, there really would be no reason to play this. Even then, I probably agree that there's no reason to play this regardless. Just, you got All-Stars Racing Transformed, you got Crossworlds. I mostly just did this as like a joke, but honestly, I'm not laughing. I don't think anybody's laughing. There's nothing to laugh at in this game. There was stuff to laugh at in Crossworlds. There's nothing to laugh about here. It's like, at least with Forces, there would probably be more stuff for me to be angry about. It's like, at this point, I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I'm not angry, I'm not annoyed, I'm not... Well, maybe a little bit sad, but regardless, just... Feels as though there's just nothing but a whole bunch of bright colors going on across the screen, which... There's a whole bunch of other alternatives to that sort of thing. I mean, I will admit a fair few of the levels look creative. That's like the one thing that I can really give this game, but even then I'm fairly certain a lot of these tracks were recycled from All-Stars Racing Transformed, so I'm not sure I can really give them that credit. would also be done with Forces by now. That's a very good point, actually. That's something that I was kind of curious about doing at some point when it came to Forces. Just doing the, what I like to refer to as the refund challenge, where you try and beat the game in the amount of time it takes to, for you to be able to refund the game, so like less than 3 hours. I'm kind of curious to see as to whether or not it's possible to do, even if doing cutscenes, because I'm pretty sure that would just take up a bulk of the actual stuff going on. That, and of course, the chibi Sonic levels. Yes, because apparently I'm Sonic, and I'm known mostly for my ego, for some reason. Are we done yet? Oh, are we done yet? No, there's just one more. The final race, we're doing Lost Palace again. Don't you just love doing all these same tracks over and over and over again? Isn't this great? It was definitely worth putting a story mode in this game. Because that's the thing, right? If there was no story mode in this game, I don't think I would have actually bothered. There's just nothing real here of substance, so... It's like the story is like the one thing that's, held my interest. Per se. It is something where it's like, oh, Crossworlds doesn't have a story associated with it. This should be interesting. Except that was a lie. The story isn't interesting at all so far. It's just like, oh, is this guy nefarious, a bad one or not? And it's just like, I played Crossworlds, so I know the answer is obviously no. Because obviously, Dodon Ray here is gonna be the one character who exists here just solely so to justify the existence of all these kart racing games we're gonna have to the end of time. So obviously, Dodon Ray is not gonna be a bad one. He's just gonna be rather aloof and just kind of an idiot, really, with regards to making himself sound more nefarious than he actually is. Yeah, needless to say, this whole thing has been quite a dull experience. And honestly, when it comes to the meta era, that being from Sonic 4 to Forces, I honestly couldn't imagine a more deserving ending to it. Just an absolutely dull experience, paint by the numbers, may as well have not showed up for work at all sort of game. To just sort of see out this particular era of the franchise. Just it's not like, say, with, you know, the 4Kids era, where we had this, sort of bittersweet farewell with Unleashed and Black Knight, or the catastrophic ending of the Adventure era with 06. Instead, we just get, apathy, basically. I think that's a good way of putting it. This game is just, symbolic of a lot of the apathy that had built up with the series up to this point. And honestly, were it not for Frontiers doing as well as it did, and doing all the cool stuff that it did and making Sonic alongside the movies relevant again, I kind of feel that the series as a whole would have just been doomed to fading into obscurity and dying via apathy. So I guess I can't really fault Frontiers for that, even though I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that game. Why not Crossworlds? Because this game was cheaper. This game was less than $70, so obviously I had to see if it was as good an alternative to Crossworlds for a fraction of the price, and the answer is no. Just go play All Stars Racing Transform instead, please. Please. I'll collect all the adventure mode keys. Wow. How far are we at this point?
I don't know why everybody's mad at Dodonpa. This race is fun and...
Yeah, I kind of miss you sounding like Duke Nukem when I voiced you in Chronicles Big.
Big, just because somebody gives you something nice doesn't mean that they're nice. If Eggman offered me a cookie, I wouldn't eat it, because I'd be pretty sure that there was something wrong with the cookie.
Ah yes, lace the cookies with C4. Just play Crossworlds. You know what?
No, Big. Eggman doesn't have cookies. It was a metaphor.
You know what?
Is a metaphor a kind of cookie?
Shut up.
We know, Big. We know.
Okay, how far away are we here? You know what? I think... Okay, survival race, then we're gonna do this one race, we're gonna go into the next chapter, and then I'm going to... Yeah, we'll just do this one last race, I think. You know what? Let's try out the bonus boxes real quick. Let's see what these are about. Increase the ultimate duration, credits... Let's go faster charging ultimate meter, because why not? And we'll wrap this up with Ogilvy.
Let's do this.
Racers, you've performed surprisingly well so far. The information I've acquired from watching you...
Ah yes, I'm going to use it to sell you advertisements that are personalized.
Not your little performance monkey.
I really should have picked Blaze for this, actually.
Princess, all the same to me. The real question is, are you a survivor?
I have this gun.
I have survived worse than you.
Let's test
And yet we will
that,
never
shall
see it because we don't see anything in the soul dimension. It's like Blaze was just such a slam dunk for such an interesting character, and they just sort of bypassed all of it.
Winner, and his name is Eggman.
Also, what was going on with Robotnik's mustache and that little sprite there? What's going on there?
That was unpleasant. I can feel those G's. Thanks.
I feel as though I'm starting to get the same feeling I did when I started playing Destiny 2 and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where I just feel my soul leaving my body a little bit. I don't think it's as bad yet, but at the same time, there isn't really anything here that's sort of stopping that sensation. I mean, maybe it is just me having a bad day, but still, just feels so lifeless. I mean, sure, there's a lot of cool stuff going on right now, but part of me just kind of wishes all this cool stuff was happening in a better game, which I could be playing instead. The mustache has a mind of its own. I mean, I still, I'm fairly certain this has already been disproven, but I'm fairly certain there was an unused, voice... Oh, Vector's dead. Robotnik's dead! Yay! Robotnik is dead! The day is won! The series can finally end, because the villain is now vanquished, finally. But yeah, there was, from what I recall, there was an unused voice line from Adventure 2 where Omo Chow is like, did you know the doctor's mustache is fake? And for the longest time I wasn't sure as to whether he was talking about the Chow doctor as in the Chow principal or Robotnik. But honestly, the idea of Robotnik's mustache being fake, I do find kind of hilarious, so... At least that's what I'm going with, to be perfectly fair. The idea of just him being this bald monkey man otherwise, with just a fake mustache to make him seem more imposing, just... This weird-looking, gremlin-looking man. With gangly limbs, just... This sort of freak of nature. Oh no, I just generally find the... Oh, Shadow's dead. Well, at the very least, I can at least take solace in the fact that it's nearly over for the time being, and... Whilst I know there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here for me to complete, honestly, I don't feel compelled to do any of it. It's like I could be doing this, or I could be... I don't know, playing Crossworlds. What would I rather be doing? Yep, just as always, Team Sonic at the head of the pack. At this point, I just end the race early and just, surely there has to be some sort of mercy rule to races like this. This is like, yeah, okay, you've pretty much demonstrated you've dominated the whole thing. Let's just bring it up to an end real quickly. Dark Arrival. Now we get to play as, Keanu Reeves.
Great work, guys. Looks like you lose again, Eggman. What does that make? Like 1,000,000 times or something?
Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't retired yet. Of course you don't, old man.
It's exactly 227,000.
Oh, shut up.
Like I need to up my game.
Well, you gonna bring out the gun this time? The gun you pointed at Amy? There we go, unlocked Team Dark. So this would... Oh, begin stage skip story, okay. Previous chapter, next chapter. You know what? I'm gonna do something else. Just for the last half hour or so, I'm gonna do something else. Because this is draining. It's time for a comparison. It's time for a before and after segment. It's time for me to play something which is at the very least better. Assuming it'll boot up. Just give it a moment. Give it a moment. There we go. At least let me do the window capture. Come on. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. Feel this would be an interesting point of comparison, really. Look at this. It actually has moving backgrounds and a worse theme song, which may or may not have been written by AI, as far as I've heard. I mean, it's pretty embarrassing to listen to nonetheless compared to Greenlight Ride. Kinda wish they'd used that song for this instead, to be perfectly honest. It's like... Yeah, part of me really wishes that Team Sonic Racing didn't exist, mostly just so that Greenlight Ride could have been used for this game. Yes, I'm gonna take joy in murdering Metal Sonic. And look at this, there's so much more energy here with everybody just being constantly murdered. Obviously, we on the Just Got Me Sent channel don't actually condone murder in any way, shape, or form, but we do condone cartoon violence. And there's a lot of it in here. It really feels as though they probably front-loaded all the, like, more outlandish cross tracks in this game. Like, you got Roulette Road, you got, well, there's Metal Harbor. I was gonna say, you already got Dinosaur Jungle, Kraken Bay, Magma Planet. No Golden Temple, though. Well, there we go. There's Crossworlds. Fast like, what was it? That doesn't sound real. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can probably already tell I've played a fair bit of this game already. We're just gonna do a little bit of this. Online, maybe? You know what? Online will probably be the more entertaining thing. Let's do online a little bit. Maybe you'll bump into me on there, who knows? Just going to go in here, and I think this'll do. I've been playing a little bit around with a lot of the gadgets. The gadgets. And from what I can tell, this seems to be a fairly decent, generalist sort of loadout. Have you been modding the... I have been meaning to, but no. More so because I'm waiting on certain things, which kind of want to keep a surprise. But for the time being, I'm happy just doing this. You know what? Let's change characters a little bit. Obviously, haven't gotten a lot of all this stuff. Obviously, haven't gotten the DLC, obviously, because I don't think it's worth the money, and a lot of the characters in there don't really interest me. It's like, I don't really care about a lot of the third-party characters they introduced here. No. Shush, you. Shush. Shush. Let's go for Aqua Forest, because that's the one of those three which I find least egregious. And yeah, we're gonna go with Blaze, but for no particular reason. Well, see, I really just seem to see that minecart just everywhere, I've noticed. I mean, obviously it's good for just slapping decals all over, but it's one of those things which just seems, kind of cruel and unusual to me. Yes, but unlike you, BZ, I didn't actually grow up with Spinglebob, so I have no I have no real connection to that sort of thing. Anyway, it's time to get used to these controls again. Now watch me come in last. I'll see you all in the spectator ring. It's just... already it just seems as though there's a lot more variety here, because obviously you have the gadget system, you have the chaos that is the item system. You still have a fair few interesting tracks here, though, honestly. The ice levels in Team Sonic Racing were probably still a fair bit more interesting. Honestly, this sort of just reminds me of that one area in FF14. Funny Lahi area. I kind of forgotten the name because it's been a long time since I played 14. Just all you have to know is, do you know Lahi? I'm just gonna say it as well, I kind of feel... I was about to say, I kind of feel King Boom Boo is a fair bit more fair than the Quake Wisp in Team Sonic Racing, but then stuff like that happens. I mean, honestly, with regards to the Season Pass characters, the only ones which really interest me in any way, shape, or form is just, Rock and Blues. With the Mega Man crossover. Like, aside from that, there's not really anything that really draws my attention, because didn't really grow up with much Nickelodeon. I mean, obviously it's just contractual obligations from Paramount, but from what I've heard at the very least, but even so. Just seems like the sort of mix of characters which feels kind of at odds. It's like, at the very least, characters like Pac-Man and Mega Man feel like they make sense. I mean, especially Mega Man with the old Archie crossovers. It's like that one at the very least seems like it has a fair bit of history and makes a little bit of sense. Unlike Ong from The Lost Airbender from M. Night Shyamalan. I mean, the Turtles, I guess, fairly neat addition as well. It's like the Turtles, Rock and Blues, it's like the only things that seem remotely interesting from the Season Pass. Aside from that, just don't really think it's worth shilling out $90 dues for the whole thing. Anyways, yeah. As you can tell, like, I'm not very good at this game. It would be kind of hilarious, though, if I were to do one of those challenges where it's like, if I come in, like, X number of places, I stop the stream immediately, and then I just lose immediately and just... It's like the shortest stream ever. Yeah, from what I can tell, this isn't even exactly the best way to grind tickets as well. I think better off with doing Race Park for that. You know what, let's... I'm just gonna quit out of this real quick. Let's do some funny character interactions. That's what you want to see. You're not interested in the matchmaking, you're interested in seeing Omega say the funny things. So we're gonna have Omega say the funny things. Grand Prix. So, obviously, we have a fair few characters here. We have Ogilvy, we have Amadeus II, Locke Jr., Amelia from HR, Bunny, Duke Nukem, Kirito, etc., Keanu Reeves, J.K. Rowling. We're gonna play as Omega, though, in the funny truck. I was gonna go with the default speed, methinks. Oh, obviously we gotta go up against Vector. Let's, you know, let's... I quite like the Crystal Grand Prix, so we're gonna do that. Thinking real quick, let's go with this. Yeah, here's the ice level in Crossworlds. It seems a lot less visually interesting than all the ice levels that were in Team Sonic Racing, to the point where I kind of wish they brought those forward instead. Well, thankfully I have grippy ice reel. Need to drag you by the longest. Oh, so you do those. Interesting. See, this is actually funny. Omega's threatening to turn Vector into taxidermy. It's so unhinged, I love it. It's like I give Flynn a lot of flack, but when it comes to Omega, at the very least, he can write funny stuff. And that's what I love to see. This is like, characters like Omega can be... It's like a... let me start again. Under Flynn's writing, Omega has a history of being super funny. I think one of the real moments that come to mind from the Archie comics is Omega professing his love to Blaze. Just seeing her pyrotechnic capabilities, just like Finally, someone who I can relate to. Who can put out such destructive power. Let us burn things together as a form of bond making. Wait, Omega actually threatens Blaze with regicide? Yeah, that is kind of insane. Again, in regards to all the characters being penned nowadays, this is... I do unironically really like Omega. Then again, Omega's a character that's very easy to make funny. So I'm not entirely certain I can really give Fling credit for that. I mean, I may as well anyway, because, again, it's super entertaining. Get back here, Vector. I'm not done with you yet. Also, yeah, I changed the music here because you have the option to do so to stuff which is a fair bit more, well, better. Stuff that isn't EDM. But obviously, it does lead to a fair bit of tonal dissonance. Let's kind of feel compelled to just crank up the volume to see what we got. Okay, it's ungratifying, I think. Because obviously, for these sort of these sort of tense, sort of, high-stress situations of the final lap, you need the awesome music to come through. I do like you have the option to just sort of, differentiate as to whether or not you want just the final lap specifically or not. It's nice. Also, yeah, I'm playing in Japanese, because obviously. Do kind of wish there was a retranslated mod for this game. That would be on as constant default. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this setup. Oh boy, it's Black Doom's favorite level. Shadow's very own Green Hill Zone, which is going to appear in every single Shadow game now. It's like, I do find it funny, it's like, oh, we put out this new pattern so that we can basically turn Shadow into his own franchise. Which basically just means we're going to have a whole bunch of Shadow games which just have Radical Highway in all of them. I mean, I guess it's kind of neat that Shadow technically is his own franchise now, but what exactly are they going to do with that? It's like, are they just going to do it alongside Sonic games? Are they going to be going for sort of a different age demographic thing? Are they going to try doing Shadow of 5 again, except not as juvenile? What is the play here? What are they doing? I mean, I get the Shadow's popular, but it's like, what is the direction you plan on going here? I'm kind of confused more than anything. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, so I suppose it has got to be said there is something a fair bit funny about just, Omega just flying through here in the Chevy Tahoe from the Halo Infinite show. Also, yeah, White Cave is not very fitting at all for this situation. Because unfortunately it is randomized. It would have been cool if it was like in Smash Ultimate where you could assign different songs via percentages to each of the tracks. So at the very least you had stuff which was thematically appropriate, but I guess not. Yeah, I think I've been sleeping on Omega a fair bit in terms of characters that I like from this series. This seems super unfitting for Radical Highway, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's something that in hindsight seems kind of baffling to me. It's like, we got Radical Highway here, we got Metal Harbor, and yet we don't have any of the Adventure 2 soundtracks. Like, we don't even have the Adventure 2 versions of Radical Highway and Metal Harbor. Let alone Live and Learn, which is in, of course, copyright purgatory. Shadow could hold up a franchise by himself. I mean, I guess. It'd be interesting to see where they go with it. I mean, I'd definitely take it over whatever was going on in the 2010s. Then again, I'd take a lot of what was going on in the 2010s. That does sort of lead me to wonder, though. If Sonic 4 ends up being super popular, are they going to do the same thing with Amy? Are they going to do the same thing with Knuckles? Are they going to do the same thing with Metal Sonic? Well, probably not Metal Sonic, but you get what I mean. It's like, is it just a special case for Shadow, or are they going to do this with other characters? I mean, obviously I know the dream would, from a lot of people, would be Silver, but it's not going to be Silver. Just gonna put the... Just gonna put that out there. I see, it's kind of wild that compared to, obviously the roster for Crossworlds is significantly larger than Team Sonic Racing, in the fact that you have Discount Iggy here, and for some reason Dodon Ray thought it was a good idea to let Charmy drive, even though he has brain damage. I'm not gonna let that go. It's like, Flynn wrote that, so I'm just gonna keep parroting the fact that he has brain damage. It's messed up, I know, but I'm not the one who came up with that idea. Don't look at me, I didn't do it. Oh yeah, Speed Highway for White Cave. How fitting. Also, get back here, Chicken Nugget. I'm not done with you yet. Out of the way. Oh, he just absolutely ate it. That looked painful. Well, I'm dead. Oh yeah, Vector's also dead. This music is so unfitting for this level. It's like, ah yes, cheery Chow amusement park. Death battles with swords. And massive shields and flinging dragons in the mountains. It goes together like bread and butter. I mean, obviously I mostly just put in these sort of more hype Sonic tracks for the final lap themes, but even so, it's kind of hilarious how you get such tonal mismatch here. Also, I'm about to lose. I mean, never mind. I guess they just decided to fall asleep at the wheel. They could definitely have their own games with Shadow Super. Well, yeah. Obviously, a lot of the characters could have their own games. The question is, will they? I mean, obviously, I'd like a lot of them to have their own games, but I doubt it's going to happen because the chart says. That's the excuse that seems to be going around nowadays, from what I've heard, but. Because apparently we can't have nice things anymore because the chart says we can't. Regardless, it's gonna be interesting to see where this whole Shadow Side franchise goes, because for all I know, we could have a Shadow of 5 situation where it crashes and burns horribly. Probably isn't gonna be the case, but Honestly, it doesn't seem out of the realms of imagination. Maybe I'm just too sad and bitter to accept the possibility of Sonic actually doing well, but eh. Oh, so yeah, as far as I'm aware, the level 4 boost is probably one of the best gadgets in the game. It's just like, ah yes, free invincibility and a good boost to go with it. What's not to like? It's like with this build I can even keep it up on in a kart racer which isn't actually good at drifting. It's like this is actually working for some reason, even though it's completely unoptimized. Shadow did, I mean, I guess, but what did it do for reputation? That's what I want to know. I mean, obviously I do have a soft spot for the Shadow game as well, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend it was good. I know that's hard for you to hear, but I'm not that guy. Oh yes, constantly getting pelted by discount Nickelodeon Gak, my favorite. At the very least, it's more impactful than the Magenta Wisp, which is a power-up which you can get in Crossworlds, which obscures the screen and doesn't actually do anything impactful. Again, I feel it's something which I forgot to mention because honestly, it wasn't particularly interesting in the first place, but yeah. All the various different types of characters in Team Sonic Racing all have their own unique power-ups, which of course are all Wisp, because everybody seemed to like Sonic Colors for some reason. See, this is a lot more cheery and jovial. This is what I'd expect. And that's why I like the level 4 boost. Oh, I have no idea how I didn't fall off there. It's like even here, just a lot of the tracks and the layouts and designs, there's a whole lot more interesting just going on. You know, of how narrow the tracks are, there's actually the worry of me falling off and the thrill of actually managing to pull off a level 4 boost before an item hits me. It's like this stuff is actually satisfying in this game. Turns out people hate rider type. Well, that's certainly one way of thinking about it. And there we go, Vector's gonna be made into a handbag. Amazing. But yeah, I think that's gonna be enough for me for tonight. I'm kind of dreading next week when I'm gonna be streaming more Team Sonic Racing. Hopefully we'll be able to wrap it up there, but in any case, thank you for tuning in to whatever this is, and I'll see you next time, I think. Take care. Bye-bye.